Welcome to the Counselor at Large channel. Thanks for checking in with the counselor. Definitely appreciate you guys checking in. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. I did update my computer. Got a little more power. Trying to get away from all that lagging. But anyway, we got a new show for you guys today. Pretty decent show. We have an altercation that happened between two college students. One at Georgia Tech, one at Morehouse, actually. So one at Morehouse, more at Georgia Tech. One at Georgia Tech. Let's see how these two individuals cross paths. Let's get to the story.
The man accused of shooting and killing a Georgia Tech student at an off-campus housing building snuck into his victim's building and then waited for him in a stairwell for more than an hour. Channel 2's Michael Seiden, live now in Midtown Atlanta. And Michael, you spoke exclusively with the accused gunman's lawyer.
Wait for a whole hour? He wanted him.
Who explained to you why his client surrendered to police in the first place.
Yeah, George, high-profile lawyer Keith Adams told me that his client surrendered because he has nothing to run from. He's not running from these charges because he says his client is innocent. They're going to cooperate and fight this in court. Now, in the meantime, police, they have not yet released a motive. However,
what's he going to fight in court? He's on camera. They got him on 4K, clear black and white. What is this man going to fight? What could this other student at Georgia Tech have done to this individual to make him lose control? That's why we say emotional regulation is key.
Adams says that he believes that this alleged victim's criminal history may have played a role in all of this.
He has no record whatsoever. Strong ties to the community, a very strong family.
High-profile criminal defense attorney Keith Adams did.
So they're saying that the victim has a criminal record, got past crimes. Let's see what that is. He's saying that the suspect is actually an upstanding citizen. He has nothing to hide, even though he was caught on 4K. Let's see.
Did not want to get into the details, but he told me by phone Tuesday that his client, 21-year-old Nigel Belzer,
21, and I believe he's in college. Why are you committing this type of crime? Why are you throwing your life away? Why even put yourself in a situation where now you have to prove some type of self-defense when they have you on camera waiting for the individual to come out of his dorm? There's nothing this individual has done that in court will say, hey, he had every right to to sit in the hallway for an hour and wait on the individual to come out and murder him. There's nothing this individual could have done. He could have stole money. He could have smacked your mama. The jury is still not going to acquit you.
A student at Morehouse College made the decision to surrender to authorities over the weekend because he's the real victim, not the Georgia Tech student who police.
Morehouse student. How your parents gonna feel now that they raised you, you went to college, now you're about to start your journey and your career, and you throw it all away for some random, actually, I don't know what the relationship was, but for some other student on a whole nother college campus. Wow.
Police say he shot and killed at this off-campus apartment building earlier this month.
Some Pakistani or Indian guy. How did these two guys cross paths? Interesting.
But police tell a very different story. Investigators say Belzer snuck into the connector on Spring Street on May 18th, where he waited for his victim, 22-year-old Akash Banerjee, in a stairwell for more than an hour. APD says this surveillance video recorded Belzer as he waited for his victim to return from a nearby gas station. Then, according to an arrest affidavit, the victim was headed back to his room when he began fighting with the suspect. Police say the suspect shot him in the forehead, then pistol whipped him before he ran from the scene.
The purported victim in this case has a significant history, is known around the Georgia Tech area, has a history of assaulting and robbing folks.
So the victim, the individual, has a history of robbing people, assaulting people. A lot going on with this guy.
And that is going to play into what happened in this particular case.
We looked into Banerjee's criminal history and learned that he has multiple arrests in Fulton County. The most recent was last year after he was accused of using stolen credit cards at a gas station in the area. And again, I asked Keith Adams about the relationship between his client and that alleged victim. He didn't want to get into details, but he did tell me that some of those details may come out in court next month when they go to court to try to get his client a bond. We are live in Midtown Atlanta. Michael Seiden, Channel 2 Action News.
Wow. That's a bizarre case because the lawyer is already stating that they have a defense. He's not a victim. He's not a victim. I mean, he's not a suspect. He's not a suspect.
I'm feeling a little silly goose.
Get rid of that. What is going on? Hold on. Oh, YouTube is going. We got that. Anyway, back to what I was saying. So his lawyer is stating that he's the victim. So the one who stalked the kid at the gas station, watched him go to his residence, wait in the hallway for a whole hour, waiting for him to come out, initiated a fight, put the gun out, shot the kid in the forehead, and pistol whipped him on the way out, is the victim. What do you guys think? Is that going to hold up in court? Will that hold up in court? Now, what is going on with the suspect, the one who got arrested and committed the murder? What is going on in his head that he is a Morehouse student, a prestigious all-black male school in Atlanta, wants to go find this guy and murder him? He didn't think about the consequences at first. He didn't think, you know what? If I make this move, I'm going to disappoint a lot of people. A lot of people have been supporting me, banking on me to get through Morehouse, start my career, start a family, have a prestigious life. He didn't think, hey, if I get caught, I might do life in prison for the rest of my life. He threw all that away off an impulsive. We got to talk about impulsivity. We got to stop these impulsive decisions. Yes, you're angry with something. You're upset about something. Got to take a step back. Got to think about your action. Take a whole day to think about, if I do this, what's the consequence? Take a month. Then things will start clearing up. You can make a better decision. But this is very unfortunate. This is very sad. 2 lives are lost. 2 families have been affected. One looks like he might be going to prison. I'm gonna follow this case. I'm gonna do an update on this case because I want to know how what his defense is gonna say about his actions, and if he really was if he was really the victim. Because I believe you can have a gun on campus now. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think they passed that law. So he could be like, well, I just went there to confront the guy, and the guy started coming at me. So is there footage we haven't seen? They could be like, oh, the other guy was fighting me, so I had to stand my ground and pull my gun out. Or did the kid come out his room? He confronted the kid and shot him. So very, very complicated situation. I'm gonna follow up on this case. I want to know what's going on. But thanks for checking in. Like, comment, subscribe. It's Counsel at Large.